Hey everyone, it's Two Pretty D's back with you.
Hi.
It's episode 30. Oh, we had to follow up with the platinum jublies.
Yeah.
Or jubes, I should say. Platty Jubes.
Right. We got that out of an Irish
Times?
Yes. Article.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, and we posted one after day one. I think we posted a podcast on day one, and we thought let's see how this goes, and let's let the noise die down and come with our take on what happened or what didn't happen. Yeah.
Well, let's start off with the
Brazen Hussy. Yeah, we didn't mention that last time.
No.
Right, and this was from the first day. This reporter, well, you all know about it, came on.
Yeah, piss.
And called the Duchess of Sussex a brazen hussy. That's a curse word as far as I'm concerned.
It is.
Yeah. He's a nasty, nasty, evil man. And he's with Piers Morgan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude who, by the way, just if anybody is interested, his stats in Australia are plummeting. Last show he had 17,000 viewers. Yes, and
it's not even in the millions?
No, and Murdoch invested 100 million in this on him.
In that Brazen Hussy's little TV show?
For him to come, for him to have this show on news, breaking news.
It's supposed to be like the new up-to-date on whatever. No.
What they've said is all his information is old because of the time difference. So they didn't think about that, because by the time it gets to Australia, it's old.
It's old news.
Yeah, and it's regurgitated. It's nothing new.
Right. And he has no inside connection to anything.
Yes, there's no research done. It's not new.
Did he ever research?
No. It's not news reporting. But anyway,
yes.
So we didn't change our name to Brazen Hussy on the Twitters yet.
But we are Two Pretty D's, some Brazen Hussies.
Hussies, exactly. We know we are.
Yes.
And I think everybody know we are too.
And they live for that. So, we get to day 2.
Right. And actually, we just wanted to talk about who are the important people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how that event unfolded.
Right.
So, the Queen wasn't able to go to the church.
Right. And we know that first of all, she had sent her armored car to pick up Harry and Meghan and take them to Windsor.
In all types of travel.
Yes.
Throughout the UK.
Exactly.
So
they showed up on, she couldn't go to St. Paul's Church.
Right.
She called out the sickie. She took one.
Because you saw how long that goddamn hallway is.
Yes, and they didn't want her in wheelchairs or whatever.
I don't know why they don't give her a jazzed up scooter, painted gold, roll it down.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
But anyway. So
here comes the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Well, no. These other folks came first.
No.
Oh, they didn't?
No, they didn't.
I thought they were already in there.
I don't know.
I thought they were in there, and they walked in.
No.
Like, they had to walk from the bus all the way around the street.
Some other people came on the bus too.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Meghan and Harry came in a car, in a nice private car.
Right to the front steps. Yes.
And the rest of the royal family, the cousins, came on a bus. So
do you think that's very fair?
When I saw that, I was like, yeah, look at you, yeah.
Yeah, trying to pretend like you're all special. No.
Yeah. Mike Tildale and Sarah, who are William's new buddy, he made you ride a bus, dude.
Yeah, see, that's why I think they went in first, because they were already seated.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
We won't argue about that.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to have to hurt.
I'm just saying, because the evil sisters and stuff,
Yeah. But anyway, so we all agree.
As soon as the fabulous two came out of that armored car.
They have a cousins, Beatrice was kind of hanging back, and they're like, no, come on.
Yeah, God, move. No, we need our own time.
And the people on the
Harry
reception line kind of, moved them along.
Right.
And Harry and Meghan came out later, and they gave him a nice long greeting, and we got to see Meghan's outfit. And that's a whole podcast all by itself. Because
the hat alone.
I know.
Meghan's hat has
its
own
dress.
podcast. Yes.
And the shoes.
That's how you do a coat dress.
And she didn't even have a pocketbook. She just had gloves on.
Gloves. Kept it classy.
Yeah. Oh, my lady was ready to throw blows. She didn't want no pocketbook.
And gloves were off. They were ready.
I know. But if she wanted to, she could put her gloves on.
Oh, yeah.
And she didn't
Had no
have to
business.
worry about pocketbooks falling.
Exactly.
But anyway, so they came out and Harry was wearing 4 medals. Normally he has 3. So it showed that before church, at some point in time, the Queen gave him his Jubilee medal.
Yes. So he got the hookup.
Yes, exactly. And Meghan got one too.
Exactly.
Right.
So now.
So they greeted Meghan. I mean, and let me tell you, I've posted this, and I keep, just in awe of all the pictures of Meghan and Harry and the background with the men in uniform, the guards.
Yes.
And
then the guy, the mayor with the funny hat and the
exactly.
sword.
It all looks fake. It almost looked like, oh, she's in front of a backdrop and they're posing for a picture. But she's real. But imagine that this is actually real.
I know, and every angle.
Yes.
It's perfect.
I know.
Every shot that the photographers took of her.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
It's perfect. I've never had pictures taken of me
Of
like that.
every goddamn angle.
No.
No, I have a good side.
No, I have a good side, but that good side I have to try really hard to get a good
Well, I have to
picture.
make sure you get the good side, right?
But still, you have to do a couple of
Got little
tries.
adjustments.
Was that good?
No, let me see that. No, can we do that again?
Maybe we just don't have the right lighting or photographer. But anyway, the girl had the hookup. She looked awesome.
Yes. And then, go
the
ahead.
walk.
Oh, yes. So there is
The sachet. What do you call a sachet?
Oh, yes, sachet chanté.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
In a circle. Let me stop. No, but she came in like, woo!
Yes. Dressed in white. And white is supposed to keep evil away.
It did.
It did.
I mean, sorry, it did.
And she was all dressed in white. And there was
can we
her,
just talk about-
her protector next to her.
I know. Her gallant prince.
Yes.
and in his tails. Oh, no, sharp.
And he was just walking slow.
Oh, he was chilling.
just chilling.
I was like,
down
oh, no,
there.
we're not walking fast. Can I make
Yes.
sure my baby's good?
Exactly.
And, oh, you better dodge that little thing. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, got
in
it.
the middle when they went around
Protected
the
her
circle.
from the floor.
Yes.
Made sure my baby girl looked good.
I know.
Nothing happens to her.
They parted and then they came back together.
And you're like, I ain't like that part for too long. Come on.
Yeah. It was still going.
And she was just smiling, head up high,
Yes.
shoulders back.
Exactly.
I mean, and then the
posture.
sachet.
Yes.
Oh, they
it's
wish.
Like, yes.
They wish.
They wish. They couldn't pull off that.
No.
In what they had to walk into. I know a lot of people were talking about, them not going back, but they went back only to fulfill an obligation to the Queen.
Correct.
And that's what they did.
Yep.
And once they go to church with me, she went to church. She pulled a fast one, but they went to church.
Yeah, but it's all right. They was
Yeah.
cool. They was
And
cool.
when they were walking down the aisle,
Did you notice some of the folks?
Yes.
The look. I mean, because she had a nice procession in. And
Yeah.
did you notice? It was almost like they had their own special procession.
Oh, they did. It was. And someone says, all the articles that everybody around the world said, racism outshines the Platinum Jubilee.
Yes.
The looks on the faces of everybody watching them.
I know.
It was like, people, this is not a wedding procession. This is not the bride and groom coming down. But they were looking.
Well,
and some of the men were like smiling. Oh, yeah, we like her. The women were like, we can't stand this.
I know. There's
Yeah.
this one. I know.
And then there's some of the older dudes who are like, And it reminded us of this one guy.
David Issam.
Yeah. Tell him about him.
So we should never forget David Issam. At 19, he broke the color line in Florida's segregated public pool on June 8th, 1958, which resulted in officials closing the facility.
Right.
That's how recent of the hate is still just...
And there's a picture of him walking along the edge of the pool.
Yep.
My man, same sachet, same proud.
Yep.
And it's like, I'm going to swim in this pool.
Yep.
And you cannot ban me. I'm a human being just
Exactly.
like you. I pay for this in my taxes. I'm going to swim in the pool. And all the white people in the pool, all the white people looking in on the people in the pool, stopped.
Yes.
They were just staring at him.
Yes.
They was in such shock.
It's that same look
That's-
that you
it's
see
see-
today at the
At that Jubilee Church.
Yep.
It just brought it all back, and it's like, oh my God, how many years? That was in 1958.
58.
1958, and now look at this, how far we come, 60 some years later.
Yes.
And this is what we still have to deal with. The entrenched racism that says black people And I'm saying black people. Megan is extremely, she's mixed, so she's really, really light. And she could have gone anyway. You know, she knows who she is.
Right.
But the fact is, you got that one drop of black blood. They don't even think of you as belonging there in their place. Even the people who there, some of the guests who don't even, don't rise to the level of the royal family.
But have the nerve to look at her.
Yeah, because they're white.
Right.
Their whiteness makes them better than her.
No, they don't.
And I know.
Oh, no, in their mind.
Right.
Yeah.
But that just brought that back, and it's like, whoa! I'm so glad she wore that white dress.
Yes,
because there was, she was in a bubble.
I know, and it was glowing.
Yes, it was a bubble around her. Yes. If you wanted to, like God had this whole bubble around her,
protecting her,
the universe, everything, and everything they were sending at her was coming back.
And hitting them up. Oh, you mean like buttons?
Yes.
Getting left behind?
Yes. Yeah.
But yes.
So after they got up there,
so they finally make it to their row.
And then
the other just look at the back of that coat.
The back of that coat. Oh, it's awesome.
I had to. Okay.
Yeah, the pleat.
Yes.
And it fit her perfectly.
I know.
And Harry's telling his other cousins, the York sisters, we have to sit back there. So they were like kind of hesitant. Somebody had posted like they didn't want to move down.
The two evil stepsisters?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if that's the case and I'll tell you why. I think Harry and Meghan did not want them to move down or didn't want to sit in, and then they wanted to go in and sit there. You know why? They did not want to be sitting in any line of picture where you had royals in front of them and they behind. So they were not pictured with the royals.
Correct.
And I think people were saying, oh, that's probably Charles and William organizing that.
No.
But if whoever organized that, it was the best thing for Harry and Meghan.
No, I think Harry
and Meghan
organized that.
Yes.
Because you're not, you'll get me coming in, you'll get me leaving, but that's about it.
Exactly. You're going to get me and my wife in none of your pictures. Nothing. So they went in and they sat down, and then who was it? A couple of people commented, that
horrible
woman,
Yes.
She says, "Oh, look at they put them in the back row. They kept them off the balcony. They're second row royals." So, lady, come on, you're not even in line for the throne.
I know you're not even there.
Shut up. Yes,
you're tweeting. Yeah,
exactly.
tweeting.
Yes. That's how you're making money. You're their lackey, And then she said, someone says they don't care that they're in the second row. They're the most influential people in the world by their own means.
Exactly.
Not by being born for a role or marrying someone who was born for a role. Harry was famous not because he was royal, because he was Harry.
Yep.
Harry. And look at all the look at who you're talking about. Why don't you talk about the people in the front row and ignore the people in the second row?
Exactly.
Right? That's what she should be focusing.
They didn't focus on them.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, who's in the second row?"
I know. Yeah. What is she wearing?
Oh my God! Do you see that red light?
Yes. And then when you see
where they were sitting,
we put a picture here. They were sitting right behind,
in front of
actually, the Queen's Guard.
Not just any guard. He is the Royal Regiment of Scotland, one of the Queen's senior protection officers.
Yes, and he protects the Queen.
Yes,
and you have a picture there of him with the Queen.
Yes,
and he was right behind Meghan and Harry.
And I know why the Queen keeps him.
Yeah,
because he's cute. So she was like, "Oh no, but I need the cute ones around me."
No, but the thing here is, and the seating, it was girl boy, Beatrice and her husband, Eugenie and her husband. Harry didn't have no girl boy there. He's like,
no,
then it's gonna meet and Meghan. She's gonna be far away from
all y'all. Yes, because he doesn't want them trying to take sneak pictures of her. Try to have any kind of conversation.
Don't engage with her. Leave her alone. I'm the only one talking to her.
Exactly. She don't want to talk to you.
Exactly. She is.
She don't want to talk to them.
Yeah, he's so possessive.
I know, but I love it though.
Yeah.
And she was having a good old time.
Yeah.
And then they were joking and having a good time.
Yes, and talking amongst each other like, look at these fools. That's what they were saying. No, they were being kind because they're good people.
Well, they are good people.
Yes.
And then, they were there for the service. And then they had their little moments.
Right.
Like they always do.
Right.
Just It just eats them up inside. I know that is like bothering all of the haters up in that church.
Right.
And it's amazing how many devils were there.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's the Wessex Guild, but you know what? Nobody knows who that is. All we're looking at is Harry and
Meghan. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But
that front row.
Yeah. Let's talk about the front row.
Somebody broke her neck.
Yeah.
To like.
Yeah. So
see what was
look
going
back.
on. Yes.
And I wasn't sure what she had said at first. And
what did she say? Or what do people assume that she said?
I forgot what it was, but then a day or two went by and people said she said, "Oh wow."
Yes.
Yes, and then you could really see it. And when she said it, she looked back at, the future. Mm-hmm. And he had his mouth like very kind of like he was biting on his lips.
Like trying not to say nothing?
And he looked at her like that.
Right.
And then he looked back forward with the same expression on his face, and then he relaxed his mouth and he went on. He probably was like, "Bitch, you started this. Bitch, you wanted this. Leave me the hell alone."
Oh, the constipated look?
Yes.
So he went back to constipated.
She was like, he was not participating in that look.
Do you see her? How dare she wear a coat dress? That is my signature look.
No, it's not.
I know, but that's what she's thinking in her
How dare
head.
she show up, Yes. They swore they could intimidate Meghan.
Oh, hell no.
Meghan is a class act.
They should have known after the Commonwealth Service of 2020.
Meghan could walk up in anywhere.
Exactly.
Anywhere you are, make you look stupid.
Exactly. And she brought you with the colors, and she was like, "I'm out."
And I'm rich. And every color meant something, and she came back with the colors.
Yes.
Yeah. And the thing is, Meghan
and the monochrome.
Yes.
Love her.
Meghan was always buying her own clothes.
Yes.
So she's not a ward of the state. She's not on welfare.
No, but it's interesting. The person who had tweeted this says Meghan Markle's biggest haters are white women, and Kate Middleton is one of them.
Yeah, the biggest leader. She's the leader.
Yeah, it's giving sad witch.
Yes,
said V of Sussex podcast. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But okay, let's talk about this dynamic though. So the church service is over. Everybody's coming out. Yeah, they're standing at the top, but we didn't care because people were trying to get photos with them.
Right. Oh, come in their face.
Yes.
Like Zara tried to get in their face.
Oh, child.
But anyway.
Yes, honey. Okay, but
and they were just polite and then get away from us.
Okay, but maybe I got the order out of sync, but it don't matter. But look at the contrast between the two.
The two of them leaving.
Yes. Look what they got versus what they wanted.
Exactly.
Right? We got the love and the joy. They're still
and the beautiful people. What you seen with the future and his wife, Karen, leaving in her yellow dress. She is just following behind him like a lackey dog.
Yep.
And you know what they say about you have to walk a couple of feet behind the air?
Yeah.
That is true, but that's crap.
Right.
Too, because Diana never walked behind Charles like that. And you don't see Camilla walking behind Charles like that most of the time. They're always together. He does not want to be next to her.
Correct.
Yeah, and
he was wishing for Rose. And I think somebody even superimposed Rose.
Yes. So he's gonna tolerate this as long as he can, but she's always, and if he tolerates it till the end and give her what she wants, she'll be walking behind him like that, and she'll be isolated like that. But that was just a picture, just to show what they wanted and what they,
what they really got. But can we just talk about the togetherness?
Yes, Meghan and Harry showed through togetherness. Walking in together, always holding hands and walking out together. And she had the most serene look on her face.
I know.
Like she went in there and God just blessed her just for showing out.
I know.
Yeah,
she blessed all of us.
I know.
We all were like, oh.
I know. Yes.
It was beautiful. And then coming back out.
It was very peaceful.
Did you see how excited Harry was?
Oh, Harry was super excited.
But he looked good. To say, he was sad and this and that.
No. Harry, you cut away and you just see Harry. He's looking good. The man is looking healthy, happy.
And proud.
And
And I'm telling you, that castle.
Very peaceful exit.
Yes.
And Harry was so happy. Harry danced.
It looked like he was skipping.
Yeah.
Was he skipping down them steps?
Yeah. Harry did. He does sometimes. He just has this little, oops. Like, look what I can do. Like that little boy, Harry comes back out, he kicks his leg, and then he's coming down, helping Meghan down the steps, and then both of them are walking away, laughing it up.
Yep, we were like, that's all we had to do.
Yes. We did that.
I know.
Did the deed. Boom. Let's get back into our ice car and drive back.
Exactly.
You know, what about Prince Charles at a reception?
We don't
we ain't going to do that.
No. Who?
They came, like we said, day one.
Mm-hmm.
The Queen wanted them there.
Yes.
To watch the,
and they had shoes.
change the color guard.
Yes.
But they were in a whole different building, looking at it. But they were not with any of the royals. They ain't go on no balcony.
No.
And then the next time they went to church, they ain't associated with no royals. And when they came out last.
Yes, and trust me, the others tried to get pictures with them.
Yeah.
Like, who's one? Well, whoever's wearing the pink.
Zara.
Yes.
Up in the face, and her husband was like kind of like,
Mr. I'm gonna beat you up. Oh,
yeah,
hell
he
no.
was like ducking.
He knew better than even attempt to talk to Harry because you saw that look he looked at him. He didn't talk to him.
But
Harry gave him a look. No,
yeah.
Harry checked him like, don't even try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
dude. Yeah.
you better back the fuck up. But it cannot be lost on us on just the hate.
The hate. It's race baiting.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it cannot be stressed strongly enough. It's a process, not an ontology. Its varying modalities, so many dialectical symptoms of an ever-shifting hegemonic balance between those with a will to colonize and those with a will to be free.
Exactly.
You go ahead, I colonize.
And that's all you saw.
Kickflip.
Meghan and Harry uppermined the colonizers.
Yes.
Granted, he was one of the colonizers. Didn't know it, but hey, he was born into it. But they just want to be free. They don't want to be part of that hateful establishment. And if they hadn't shown themselves to be hateful, if they had shown themselves to be changing and did the things with the Commonwealth and other people, and even their own people to change, things would have been different. But now we know that ain't the case.
Oh, hell no. And look, there's court records that show that white supremacists were targeting the Sussexes.
Exactly. So they needed that level of security.
Exactly.
So Harry wasn't stupid when he was saying, I don't feel safe going there, because it's
and
not.
that's why he got it on the record. That's why he has it in court papers.
Right.
Oh, no, you don't need to release it, but I got my record.
Right.
I'll be good.
Because his father and his brother know that there is
they're high level risk. They are
Exactly.
top level. They need top level security.
right. They
And
found
they're
out.
mad that his level of security is probably higher than them. His level is like
Nobody
the
want
queen.
to kill him. No, nobody want to do anything with them. They're like, maybe they'll fall off. I don't know, just trip and fall. I don't know. It's like it's like they can't even get in their own way. But they're going after Harry because he was in the military and because he married
A black woman or a mixed race
woman. And they had some white supremacists, who said that Prince is it Archie? Yes. Was an abomination.
Oh, hell no.
Yes.
How dare you talk about that beautiful boy?
Yeah, that needed to be put down.
They're sick.
They're sick.
They're sick.
A baby.
Well, speaking of, can we talk about our home girl? Turn 1. Oh my God, Lilibet, Diana, I didn't think we were going to get a photo.
No, and I was happy we didn't get a photo. We're like, no photo, it's fine. Because they had continued the Jubilee stuff and they were having their, jubilant and whatever. And I was just like, why is Diana Ross there? Why is Alicia Keys there? Please, my God.
Yes, actually, why weren't there any British?
I don't know.
Other British famous people?
Yeah, it was a whole mess. I don't know. They were trying to show they're not racist.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah. But
anyway, aren't there black British artists? Yes, there are.
There are, but maybe they said no.
Okay.
But anyway, so Meghan and Harry went back to Frogmore, and they probably visited the Queen, had her spend some time, make sure she's getting rest and she's not going out to all this Jubilee crap.
Right.
And they're visiting with her. She's staying quiet, they're being low key. And they're already there. Their daughter is turning 1, so they organize a party for her.
I know. It was so beautiful.
And they have friends in the UK. They have the Clooney's who have kids. She has so many friends there.
Yes.
And they had the photographer who did all the photography.
Well, the photographer took this beautiful picture of Lilibet.
Yes.
And when that was posted, oh my God.
Yes.
First of all,
Yes.
first thing I was like, oh my God, that's Harry's baby.
Yes.
There's no lie that is Harry's child.
Yeah. Remember when Meghan said he was concerned about Archie's hair taking so long to come in? Why is he still bald? Because Harry was bald
For a long time.
bald.
Baby.
Meghan is like, it's gonna grow, it's gonna grow.
Sure enough, and now look at his head of hair.
But now look at Lily. Lily's hair is like,
yes. And I do it, and she got the little baby curls.
Yes.
I knew she had the baby curls.
And she is so cute.
And then they had the little
Then
party.
the photographer took the pictures. The same photographer who took all the pictures of Meghan and Harry while Meghan had announced Lily she was pregnant with Lily. He did it remotely.
Yes.
And
because
so
that was during COVID, but that was amazing. Those photos he took by the when they were in the tree.
Yeah. And he had his wife and his two kids,
children, and they were so cute.
They were so cute too. And so there was Meghan holding Lily, and she look at her.
But she got the same look.
Can I go anywhere without makeup looking like that?
No. Well, no. You be all right.
Thanks for trying to lie.
Okay.
You be all right. Oh, you're not good at it.
No, it was horrible.
But this is
trying to be
true.
supportive. Yes, you could go out.
Yeah.
But will you get the same kind of impact?
Okay, let's stop. Let's go on.
Well, look, I wouldn't either. Look at Meghan.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Look at the freckles.
Yes.
Look at how cute they are.
Yes.
And then look at Lily.
I know.
And them chubby cheeks.
I
knew
know.
she had chubby cheeks.
She's so beautiful.
Yes. And she's tall, just like Archie.
Yes, she's going to be very tall. Harry's 6'6".
Yes.
6 feet,
Yes. And then, there were other folks that were putting out pictures of Harry and Meghan as babies. So
I didn't even try to do that comparison. I was just
no, we know that they favor both of their parents. But what happened with Archie is Archie has Harry's body style and head shape, but Meghan's eye color, and then he's got Meghan's eyes. And then with Lily, she has Harry's coloring and the hair, the eyes, the blue eyes. She has Harry's eyes, but they're all like Meghan's features, Meghan's face. So if you look at Meghan as a baby, there's a picture of her, and they put Meghan and her together. I'm like, oh my god.
Yes, but Lilibet has Doria's eyes. Doria has this moon-shaped, half moon-shaped eye. Yeah.
Yes. So
but let's see how they.
Oh, they're gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful kids.
Yeah.
So just excited for them. And then, can we talk about this cake?
I don't know. That cake is beautiful.
I wanted to eat it.
I wanted some cake.
I did too. We were supposed to make red velvet cupcakes. I don't know what happened.
You didn't make.
It was my bad. But look at that cake.
That was awesome.
I
And
think
that's
that was the same,
the wedding cake designer for Harry
with
and
the
Meghan.
elderflower.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good.
Yes.
Like I had that cake, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. But it looks so good. Oh, are those flowers edible?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead, Lily.
And a lot of people were online. Oh, she stole that baby. They had a lot of stupid things.
Do they forget that
Black if
women,
you look at the color spectrum, black women could give birth to a white child or a black child. We're the only species that color on the spectrum.
Right.
So we included some pictures here of that people had posted. Diana Ross's family.
Right, that's her son, and then that's hers. Actually, I forgot the girl's name. She's,
and her
grandchildren.
her grandchildren.
Yeah, and her grandchildren.
Then
you have Dirk Nagowski, who played for the Mavericks. His wife from, I think she was from Ethiopia, something like that. Anyway, but look at their beautiful kids. You
and your kids look as if they're East Indian. Like they stole some two East Indian kids. That's what they look like, to be quite honest.
And then, oh my gosh, and then Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, her daughter.
And then her granddaughter.
Granddaughter, exactly.
Nobody would know that they wouldn't think that that's her granddaughter, but she could produce.
She's a blonde child.
Yes, she could.
You know. And there are others, and even I think Boris Becker had twins, or somebody who was, one was dark, one was light.
Yes.
And there's this other couple we know where she had twins, one was dark, one was light. But it was so unique. They did a study of these twins. It was so unique. She was blonde with blue eyes, and the other one was darker skin with dark, thick, curly hair.
Yes. And brunette.
Yeah.
I mean, the brown eyes.
Right.
Yes. So we carry the entire...
We can give birth to those different
combinations.
Yes.
So
people who were saying Lily Diana was stolen, Lily Diana,
look, these same people were mad about counting. Why are they counting a baby's teeth?
I don't know. That's the last thing I want to do, zoom in to count her teeth. Who does that?
I wasn't even paying attention to that.
I was just looking.
So cute. Look at her cheeks.
Yes.
And look at the dimples.
Yeah, I was like, Megan has a beautiful baby, a beautiful, healthy baby.
Yes.
And we know why we ain't seeing her. She's playing with Lily.
Yes. She was having a good old time.
You know, she's probably
and then dressing her up.
She's probably waking Lily up to play.
Exactly.
Like I used to do. You was like, are you sleeping?
You're not sleeping.
Get up, let's play.
And then,
and then they said she has no legs. I mean, it was asinine.
Yes.
It was asinine criticism.
Yes.
And then they wanted her birth certificate. You know, if there's like
they tried to do that same birtherism mess they did with Archie.
Exactly. And to be quite honest, don't they realize Archie would not be in the line of succession, neither would Lilibet, if the royal family didn't do a DNA test.
Right.
You know, so it's been done. Just get off your high horse.
Exactly.
Just move on. It's not you. You're not married to him. Just let the hate go. And tell the people, your handlers who are telling you to push this narrative to just give it up. Because
they're getting caught and found out.
I mean, well, we know who they are. But the thing is, the karma is just going to mess your life up. That little bit of money that they're giving you,
ain't nothing.
Just think about them.
Just, save it up for those legal fees.
Yeah. And think about the homes they're living in. How many? Go ahead.
So then,
it was
can we talk about the quickest exit out?
Exactly.
They flew in with the quickness and they flew
out with the quickness.
Yes. And I told you they was coming on a private plane.
I'm happy.
Those babies on those commercials.
No. With COVID, no. Hell with that. Yeah. No. Not with William running around in a private jet. Charles running around in a private jet and him using a helicopter like an Uber.
Exactly.
Or, to go left and right. Oh, I have to go a couple miles here. The traffic. What traffic? We were in London.
He's using it like a scooter.
Yeah, they were. The police clear the traffic for them.
Yes.
They make it,
Yes.
So it was just a bunch of crap. So it's like... But we have to check that luggage type to see what it is.
Away. That's Away. The Away brand.
Okay,
yes.
We might have to look into that.
Yes.
Both of them are Away?
No, just the one with the green tag. That's the one that's Away. Yeah. And it looks like they went shopping.
Yeah. At their own home. So we put together this list of the British media.
Because they done lost their mind when they saw Lily. Mm-hmm. And then now...
Well, even before Lily was born and even before Archie was born.
Yeah. Before the baby was even born.
Right.
When they announced his birth.
Yes.
I mean, not his birth, his pregnancy, her pregnancy.
Right. Mm-hmm. They said that
he's likely to become spoiled.
He's likely to become spoiled. He's liberal upbringing and won't be taught manners. Yes. Sussex children will be misbehaved. Fidgety baby Archie.
Try to hold it in, right?
Yeah. Okay. Fidgety baby Archie. You get to read the other side.
Okay.
Fidgety baby Archie. That's a problem for them when Megan was reading them a book. All
you mean
kids
like
are
normal babies?
Yeah, because she was trying to get another book.
Right. Okay.
Bad parenting when the royal guards trampled the black child. It was bad parenting because the parent didn't have control of the child. They didn't even stop.
Exactly.
Who does that? What kind of people do? Yeah. Ugly in the cradle, pretty in the stable. That's what they said about Lilibet. Counted the baby's teeth, which you mentioned. Mm-hmm. Questioned why she had no legs. Complained that her dress was crumpled. Evidently, these people haven't heard about linen or cotton.
And that was the style of the dress.
Exactly.
And when they try to claim credit for that dress?
Did it?
The British designer.
They said it was a gift from her uncle and aunt, and this is where they purchased it. And that woman profited off of it because...
Until the actual designer and the Sussex squad...
You say, hey, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's not where that dress is from. But see how nasty they are and evil? Yes.
Just like Karen wouldn't say she made Meghan cry.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because ain't nobody trying to find out their kids' clothing, where they got those clothing. God forbid.
Those anybody are still would try the originals from...
Okay. And then they said they demanded her birth certificate. And you remember early on they said she was holding Archie wrong.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah. No, she wasn't. I know she wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah. So okay.
Now you
so
go
this
ahead.
Is the other
what the British media says about white kids. Go ahead.
Kids just being a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Child not a media puppet. Just antics at the Queen Jubilee. Anyway, having fun, enjoying the show. Stole the show. Being cheeky. They like that word a lot. Emotional parenting. Okay. Data-driven expert on early childhood education. And then best parenting techniques, why children well behaved. No. And then a child development expert.
Yeah.
This
Those
is
are
the same
all the
person.
things that attribute to the mom and the kids for white. For the blacks, it's your bad parenting, you're not holding the baby right, and all
And
these
they're
awful
misbehaved.
things.
Yes.
And then
But then the reality.
the prime minister's wife at one point had said that I don't know if you included. They said that the Archie's seed, Meghan's seed, or Harry's seed, whatever, is going to taint the royal family
Because
bloodline.
that bitch is racist.
Yeah, that's way before the child was born.
I know.
Yeah.
That's some racist shit.
Right.
And that little harlot. Because didn't they have a child out of wedlock before they got married or whatever?
I don't know what they did. I don't care about
And
those
that's
ugly
number
people.
3 of his wife?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she needs to go sit down
Yeah.
somewhere. But.
But this is emotional intelligence, and we've seen it before.
Yes.
Or intellectual parenting, or whatever it is. We've seen Karen
Go
just
full Karen.
going full Karen on those kids, never getting down to their level to do emotional parenting, just giving them the nasty eye, pointing those all long, even fingers at them.
Yes.
I have to figure out what that means. It means something weird.
Okay. And then, yeah, here are the headlines. They're trying to paint Katya as the perfect mother and trying to diss Meghan. No. So Middleton's the best parenting techniques. Why the Cambridge children so well behaved? Oh, hell no.
Yeah, or will be well behaved. Yeah, and,
Right.
and I kind of added some of those to the list.
Right? Well, or have the best techniques? Nope, bullshit. Meghan and baby Archie, was Meghan holding her wrong? No. And then Archie, Prince Harry's son Archie, reportedly likely to become a spoiled brat. How does one determine that way before one?
Because he has black blood.
Racist.
Racist.
That reporter is racist. And then
Everything about how they treat Meghan versus how they treat the other ones is all about racism.
Well, here's another one that was bullshit. Meghan and Harry's Archie and Lilibet will have liberal upbringing and won't be taught manners at LA school, says Caprice, whoever this Caprice bullshit is. And
It's England is not the only country that has manners, and
England
evidently
is not the only country that has proper schools and good schools and all
Right.
that either. But they don't live in LA.
no, and they have etiquette
That's like
schools.
them saying Chicago. I hate it when they always say about Chicago. Oh, what
Even
about
in Chicago, you have schools where
No,
you
but
send
this is
kids
what these
to
bullshit.
exactly.
White
Yes,
people, that's their racist dog whistle. People.
yes, exactly.
Racist dog whistle. So if they say LA, they're being racist.
Right. They ain't talking about the rich part of LA. They're talking about Crompton. And thank goodness that the Jubilee pageant, at first I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. But one of the things that happened in the Jubilee pageant, and I think someone who is a child parenting expert would understand what's going on in the world. You'll be up to date on what's going on in the world.
Correct.
And one of the things we have is like, people making this sign, and we say, is it a gang sign or it's a white supremacy sign? It's 3 little fingers up and your index and your thumb together. It's like the okay
sign.
It used to be the okay sign, but it has been opted by the right wing in the United States to mean
Globally.
white supremacy, white people.
It's
white
global.
power.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it global? I don't know.
Yes, it's a global tactic.
So for the child parenting expert Karen is
Buttons,
with her 3 kids.
Mumbles, yeah.
Her little baby boy is doing that,
Yes.
that sign.
Yes.
Now if that was Archie, you know what that would have been?
Exactly.
Yeah, he would have been part of the Black Panther group.
Look,
I
we
can
know
see
full well
Kamala-
Archie would have came at you with a Wakanda forever.
No.
He would have never done that bullshit.
But they would have been saying a lot of nasty
See,
shit
ugly
about
shit,
it,
yes.
about him. So
Yes.
that's my whole point. It's
Right.
like,
Where, oh, this is him being cheeky.
Yes. No.
Him, that's
Yeah.
him
Oh,
learning.
that's a 3-finger wave. It's like, no, I think
He
that
learned that from
somebody, and it's an adult.
And who are the adults?
The other thing too is that in the pageant you saw, I mean, this child care expert on child behavior was leaning over her child and probably trying to tell him to behave. At that point when she was talking to him, I didn't see he was doing anything wrong, but
Then she kept going in his face.
she was getting in his face, leaning down again, not getting at his level.
Right.
Which any child care expert would know. So what does the little boy do? The 4-year-old, he covered her mouth, and he looked at her in the eye.
Yes.
Looked her straight dead in the eye. No fear, nothing.
Yep. So that means he's done this before.
And he knows he can
Get
do it
away
and
with
get away with it.
Yep.
Then when she moved that hand, he did the other hand, try to cover her mouth.
Yep. And then tried to
when
make
she
faces at her.
Yeah, he did the nose on the, with the fingers, waving his little fingers at her.
Yep.
And then sticking his tongue out over, and the next one.
And this is where people are saying some BS about, Louis stole the show with a number of cheeky moments.
Yes. No. If that was Archie, that was no cheeky moment. But the other thing is, even if that little boy was tired and stressed, and I mean, the acting up was epic.
Yes.
He had the peace sign, he was yelling, he was carrying on.
He was moving everywhere.
He was partying at one point. He was like, oh, look at me, I'm partying.
And then he went over to
his
Chucky.
father. Yeah, and then for Chucky to hold him at one point. And none of them did anything expertish. Expertish. You know what I used to have for you?
Yeah.
I would have a bag. Right? A pocketbook. You suppose none of that little purse she's carrying, she should have a bag.
She had a purse.
I don't know what she had. She had those, that little clutch, right?
Yeah.
You should have a little bag. You should have a container with some fresh fruit. Maybe some blueberries. Whatever fruit is in season that they like. Some snacks, some cookies or anything to distract them. You would have healthy snacks. You would have maybe a coloring book. Maybe they don't want to color.
A little toy, a
little
game,
toy.
something.
Or an iPad. What did we get our niece?
An iPad.
An iPad. I got her an iPad. A tiny one, not really real iPad, but
it's like the
iPad.
child version one. Yeah.
So she has her little movies and different things to watch.
Right.
She could sit there for hours and ignore me.
Exactly.
And play with that.
Yes.
So a child care experts should have had those things. So when you see the child acting up like this,
right,
I don't blame the child. I blame it on the child care expert. Don't know what she's doing.
Well, she never answered those 5 questions.
She took all the credit for all the accolades, all the stupid things they said. And look at this. And Louis just proved, she ain't doing nothing. And it was only until she was tired, when he was tired, that he kind of hugged her. And they were like, oh, look at him being all loving and whatever. But he yanked his cousin's hair. Yes. He kicked his sister. I mean, the boy was out of control. At some point, one adult should have taken him, walked him out of that place, smacked his bottom, and brought him back in. And even if you don't want to hit a child, take him out, see if he needs to go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do with him, walk him around so he could get a change of environment, bring him back in. But get your bag of stuff. Okay. You should always have your bag of stuff.
Let's talk about someone, did some historical archiving.
Okay.
Pam Randberg, thank you for tweeting this. Why Die gave her little terror a royal spanking. And she had no qualms. And guess what she was also?
Where?
She was actually a true child care expert.
Yes.
She used to teach children in primary school and whatnot.
Exactly.
She didn't take. I don't care if you do next in line.
Yeah, exactly. You have to know who's in charge.
Exactly.
And that boy doesn't know who's in charge.
Well, and the whole line of succession BS. If she's falling in line to the I gotta bow to this little kid.
Yeah.
Not until he's old enough.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I am your parent. But no.
Right. That did not happen.
No. So back again to this list to kind of rehash. You saw some of the antics, right?
Yeah.
And those were truly antics this fool was doing.
Yeah.
And then
later on that day, I think he had on a black sweater. It
Well,
just
later on, it must
continued.
have got colder. Put on a jacket.
Right. He was riding a bike. Oh, he was riding. There was a video of him riding a bike. And then at one point, Mike Tildale leaned over at him and gave him, that thing where I'm watching you. And
Right.
you point your fingers, looking in your eyes, I'm watching you. That boy ain't paying no attention to him.
And
He
if there was a hot mic, it was
Yeah.
one of those times you need a hot mic.
Yeah. He was just continued to act up.
Yes. So this, I know people are like, oh, he's a kid. He's been out there for a
No,
long
he's acting
time.
up. I'm sorry. He's acting up.
Misbehaved
He's misbehaving. And his child care
And the
parenting
parent
mother
is the problem.
is the problem.
She should have corrected said situation.
Yeah.
And like you said, there's different techniques.
there's lots of techniques.
She
And
had 5
should-
questions.
Yes.
She had the questions.
She should know by now what it is for
10
each
years.
one of them.
10 years she's still
Charlotte
working on-
is probably going to get restless. George is probably going to get
Well,
restless.
Charlotte did kick him.
Well, no, I mean restless in a way.
Oh,
where she
yeah,
might
like
be
I'm tired, I'm
tired.
done. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, and he being the youngest one could get restless. But you have to have the techniques. If you're going to be a child care expert, you have to know what you need to do around for a child. I mean, that child is around the prime minister, for God's sakes. He's around other dignitaries around them. And they're just looking at that, and it's like, when I watched The Crown, and they said, the royal family, and it was Margaret Thatcher, thought they were uncouth. They were barbaric. Yes, when I looked at this, I was like, damn.
Well, yeah.
These people don't.
She was spot on.
They ain't got no manners. All the thing they said about Archie.
Yeah.
It's
It's
they were talking about the royal kids.
were
The
projecting.
British media were projecting
Yes.
why the royal kids
Yes,
because
yes.
they figured that's how Archie and Lilibet is going to be. But we know from what the hairdresser
true
said.
friends of Megan.
Yeah, he said Archie's the nicest, well-mannered little boy.
And then Lilibet is just
Just
so
so
adorable.
cute. Yeah. And she's just going to run around and follow and do whatever Archie does. And Harry
Harry don't play that.
Harry and Meghan don't play that.
And the military training,
Yeah.
that will continue.
Right. What were they doing to the royal kids when they were acting up in the window?
A quiet shush. But guess what level they came to?
Their level. Exactly. So
And they did it in a fun way.
Right.
They're the true child care experts.
experts, right? These people, they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're taking credit for stuff. I mean, all the stuff, the questions, sitting around in front of a PowerPoint, taking notes. What did she do with
She
those
wasn't taking no
notes?
notes.
She did take some notes. I don't know.
What did she write down? Her
I
name?
don't know. She didn't.
She was trying to practice cursive.
She was. I don't know. What did you say? Speak up.
Was she practicing cursive?
No, I don't know.
No, okay, but why didn't they have one of their nannies staged so it would appear so he would
To be
act
quite
like,
honest, he acts that way with his mother. He acts worse with the nannies. The nannies don't have any control.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Yeah, you're right.
And
It just went on.
It just went on. And one of the things, it's just looking at the people around them. A lot of people were looking down at those kids, especially the black people behind them, and were like, "What the heck am I?"
Shaking her
witness?"
head.
If when the
If
way
that
it
was
is with black kids.
Yes.
Oh,
And if a
come
black
on.
kid did any of that,
Any of that.
even like one half of what went on.
The 3-year-olds, your godchildren.
Yes.
You took them to church.
Yep.
What did you?
They sat where they were
They
supposed
sat where they were supposed to
to. But what
sit.
did I do? I brought their snacks.
Exactly.
I gave them a little book. They could color and do whatever.
Yeah.
And then they paid attention, and then they would phase out.
Yeah,
And then,
and what did they want to do? They wanted to hold the Bible open like you were doing it.
exactly.
Yes, they were holding it upside down and
Didn't
doing all
matter.
kind of stuff,
Didn't
but they
matter.
wanted
They were
to
still
open
doing
it. And then they wanted to sing, "Yes, Jesus loves me."
Yes, they were all engaged.
They were
part
all
of-
engaged. They're
yes.
part of it. And the rest of the kids in the congregation
Running
who were
around
not black, they
trifling.
were running around trifling, and we just looked at them like, We gave them the look like,
Don't even
don't
think
even
it.
think about it.
But they both knew.
They both knew.
Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
Their parents raised them right.
Yeah, but right. Or the other one in our other
Cousins.
my nephew's son.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he was. We all went out to dinner,
Yes.
And his dad always told him, you don't touch this, you don't touch that. He had to talk before he went in. So we're in the entrance, right?
Right.
And this white family came in with their son, and the son was touching everything. Everything.
Running all around.
And the little boy, my nephew's son, his dad is holding him. He's looking around at this and looking around at that. And we look at him, and he knows he ain't supposed to touch that.
Yep.
He got the look from all the adults. So he looks around.
Yep.
And at the little kid, and he's yelled at him, "Stop! You're not supposed to be touching those things." The white parents, that little boy, were like shook. They were like, we didn't say a darn thing. The boy stopped touching the
Because
things.
he was telling him what he was supposed to be doing.
Yeah, don't be touching those things.
Exactly.
And it was so funny. He didn't know. It's like, hey, we tell you for a reason.
Yes.
Some parents don't tell.
I know. And then, well, it's not just that one family.
Yes.
Apparently, it goes throughout the entire...
Royal family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because,
And here's an 8-year-old.
Yes.
You know, this is Tildale's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she got restless. She's sitting on her dad talking with him.
Yeah.
And then at some point,
She had a little bag and she was going through.
she was
had
going through her
candy or
bag,
something.
stuff like that. So somebody bought a bag. Somebody knew what to do, but candy? So she had a lollipop. But that would have kept her quiet, right? But what did they do? Because Louis wanted that lollipop, Tildale took the lollipop out of his daughter's mouth and passed it to Louis.
Okay, first of all,
You don't do that
That's
kind of
nasty.
That's nasty. But yeah, but he did that. He did that. Of course, now there's
And
points
then
with
yes.
points. He just got points with William and with Kate.
yeah, but here's the problem. Now you gonna have this kind of terror from your own child.
Yeah.
Now that you gave it to
Yeah, so you he set a precedent there. You
Yes.
know his eyes pointing at him? It
Yeah.
means shit.
No.
So she bit him. She bit him to try to, to stop passing the lollipop. Then she elbowed him. She was so mad. And then she took his hand back and tried to draw blood to inflict pain.
Damn.
And then when she couldn't, she just shoved his hand away. That little child was mad, and I don't blame her. I know she was 8. She shouldn't have been acting up that way.
I know, because that's like some aggressive.
Yeah, that's some aggressive. You could go home and get a good beating for that one if you're in a different family.
Or
Or
good
good,
one eye open.
yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
exactly. Or good talking to, or
Something.
like you said, sleep with one eye open. She
One
might
eye
remember that in a couple of years.
You wake up and she's right in your face. Yeah.
yeah, you might have run. But what did you teach that child?
Exactly.
That anything this little one wants, get. That was a wrong lesson to teach his daughter.
Exactly.
That I felt sorry for her. That was her candy. Her mother packed something in the bag, or he packed something in the bag.
Right.
Why didn't the child care expert do the same?
Look who we talking about.
Yeah, okay, the liar.
And speaking of,
Yeah, this is the future.
oh God, that's painful.
Yeah, people call it the Addams family. Imagine you have 3 people who are over the age of 50.
Yes.
55, 60. How old was 70?
yes, 70. I think he hit 70.
Yeah. Copying everything Meghan does, trying to do what Meghan and Markle is doing, getting a YouTube, gonna host a dance contest at the party.
Who's having a dance contest?
Camilla and we ain't gonna watch it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna put you through that. The other 3 are the young ones who are not being brought up by people with any kind of emotional intelligence to really do the child care and rearing that they need. They're not teaching them manners. They ain't teaching them nothing.
What kind of
And then-
dances?
And then you get the two in the middle of the future.
Whew.
And somebody
Not
did the
looking too
weave.
bright.
Yeah,
Not-
they're not too bright. And somebody messed up on her weave. One was longer, one was shorter. Her head wasn't that crooked. You see how long?
Oh,
that is?
yeah.
The weave.
The
didn't go in.
extensions weren't
The
right.
extension was right. But anyway, so what they're going to try to do, they're going to have to bring in some of the other royals, the younger ones, to try to
Distract. 'Cause
Distract.
They were, I hate
Yeah.
to say it, when the kids have to be brought out.
Yeah,
For long
they're bringing out the
engagements.
kids too young. The kids are getting ready to go to school.
Right.
Those kids are not ready.
No.
And it's kind of wrong for them to do that.
Let them be kids.
Yeah, let them be kids, and stop bringing them out so nobody would boo you at some point they're gonna boo you with the kids around.
And then it's gonna be worse.
It's gonna be worse.
Then you have no plan. What are you gonna do then?
Exactly. So they probably were told, don't act up.
And he still looks constipated. Baltimore.
He didn't want to be there. Yeah. So that's our take on it. It was horrible.
It was.
It was horrible to watch.
Horrible.
It was horrible to
Where did all
endure.
that money go to?
I don't know, but the
stands?
the British people need to look into that.
The stands. The
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It was horrible.
Was the pyro? I'm not
The best part of that.
The drones with the lights.
This girl was on fire with them superimposing fire on the
Buckingham Palace,
and they were looking like, are we getting punked?
Are they having flashbacks to the fire or whatever? Yeah.
But anyway, that's our take on the Jubilee. Please, if you like this podcast, please subscribe to our channel. And if you can, please donate to us so that we could, we're trying to get some new equipment. So any help you can, anything that you can give would be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.